Today we're going to be talking about the plus-minus problem on HackerRank. In this problem we are given an array of integers and we are to calculate the fraction of its elements that are positive, negative, or zeros, and we're going to print out the decimal value of each fraction on a new line. Let's go ahead and look at the example here. They've given us an array of 5 elements. 2 of them are positive, 1 is 0, and the other 2 are negative. Therefore the ratios of that are 2/5 positive, 2/5 negative, and 1/5 0. And we can see the expected output down here in decimal format. So let's go ahead and get started with this problem. There's a few different ways we can handle it. I'm going to go with the easiest approach, which is just creating 3 different variables, one for positive, one for negative, and one for 0. And we're going to loop through the array, and once we hit one of those, we're going to increment it by 1, and then at the end we're going to print out the ratio by taking that value and dividing it by the length of the array. So let's go ahead and get started by creating 3 variables here, one for positive, one for negative, and then one for 0. And then we're going to want to create a for loop. So I'm going to go ahead and use for each int num in array. If that number is greater than 0, that means it's positive. So we're going to increment the positive variable by 1. Else if that number is less than 0, meaning it's negative, we're going to take negative and we're going to increment that by 1. And lastly, that leaves us with 0, and we don't need to put an if. We can just assume that we've hit all cases there. So we'll put else 0, and we're going to increment that. Now we're done with the logic, so we'll go ahead and print out the results. So we'll do console.writeLine, and we'll do this 3 times. And let me check what order they're expecting it in. So I'll just leave these empty for right now. Okay. So they're expecting the output to be positive, negative, and then zeros. So let's go ahead and get the ratio of our results here. So we'll do positive divided by the array length. And then we'll do the next one, which is negative. And then finally we'll do 0. So let's go ahead and check out the results if we run this. So it passed. We can see that they've given us an array with 6 elements in it. We've got 2 negatives, we've got 3 positives, and we've got 1 0. Therefore, the ratio for positives should be 1/2, which is 0.5 here. And then for negatives, we should have 1/3, which is right here in decimal format. And then finally for 0, we have 1/6, which is right here. So it looks like it's running okay. I'll go ahead and do submit code because that'll run more test cases on it just to make sure that we've completed it successfully, and we have. So I hope that helped you.